Namaste students. Today we are going to study about the internal structure of dicot stem. So this is the picture of internal structure of dicot stem. So here we have different zones, that is the epidermis, cortex, pericycle, medullary rays, vascular bundles and pith. So this is the transverse section of dicot stem. First we have the multicellular root hair, which is also called as trichome in the case of dicot stem. Here in the dicot stem, can you see that multicellular hairs? So it has many cells. It is made up of many cells. The next layer is the epidermis. Actually it is the outermost layer from which the multicellular hair root emerges. So this is the foremost layer, outer layer called epidermis. So below to the epidermis you have hypodermis. So as I said, epidermis is the outermost layer. It does not contain any chloroplast. No chloroplast is present, and it contains multicellular hair, and in some dicot stem even the stomata is present. Even cuticle also is present in some dicot stem. Here next layer to the epidermis, next layer is the hypodermis. So the hypodermis is made up of collenchyma cells. About 4 to 5 layers of cells can be seen here. So they are all collenchyma cells. There is no intercellular spaces between these, and it contains chloroplast. So these are capable of doing photosynthesis. So next is the endodermis. So you know the innermost layer of the cortex is the endodermis. So cortex lies between the epidermis and the endodermis. So as I said, hypodermis I said. So along with hypodermis, cortex also consists of other two layers called middle layer and the inner layer. So we'll talk about this later. So talking about the endodermis, it is the innermost layer of the cortex cells, and the next you have some 3 to 4 layers of hardbost. That is, it is made up of sclerenchyma cells. So this hardbost is also called as the pericycle. As we already know, the next to the cortex you have the endodermis, that is the first circle, and inner to the endodermis the second circle is the pericycle. So here the pericycle is made up of dead tissues of sclerenchyma cells, and it lies between the endodermis and the stellae. Stellae, you know that is inner to the pericycle. Whatever layer you can see, that is called stellae. So next is the after this pericycle you have phloem cells. So these phloem cells, you know, the main function of the phloem cell is to transport the food. So you have cambium cells, which separates the phloem and the xylem vessels. That is, here the vascular bundle is of open type. So in open type, what you have to remember is the cambium will be present in between the phloem and the xylem vessels, and you can also note that they are in the same radii. That is, on the top of the xylem you can see the phloem. So they are in the same radii. So it is conjoined type of vascular bundle. So you can see that green colored cells, the bigger one is the metaxylem and the smaller one is the protoxylem. So protoxylem is towards the center and metaxylem is towards the periphery. So what type of arrangement it is? It is end-arc arrangement of xylem vessels. So below to the protoxylem, you have some set of parenchyma cells. So here, phloem and xylem together they constitute the vascular bundle. Here, cambium is present, so it is of open type of vascular bundle. Talking about the vascular bundle, you can see it is conjoint. Conjoint means xylem and phloem vessels arranged in the same radii. That is, on the top of the xylem, you can see the phloem vessels. Next, it is also collateral. What do you mean by collateral? That is, the xylem is towards the center and the phloem is above the xylem. So that is called collateral. So you can say xylem is inner side and phloem is on the upper side. So next one is it is open type, which means it has the cambium which is present between the phloem and the xylem. Next to the vascular bundle, you have talking about the xylem. Already I said it is of end-arc type, while in root it is exarch and in the stem it is end-arc. End-arc means metaxylem will be towards the periphery and protoxylem will be towards the center. So next to the xylem and phloem vessels, you have that blue colored enlarged cells called pith. So these are also made up of parenchyma cells. So it is well developed pith seen here, and the parenchyma cells it is made of, and in old stem the pith degenerates and forms a central cavity, they say. So in between the pith, that is in between the vascular bundle exactly, you can see those pink color cells. So those are also made up of parenchyma cells and they form a medullary rays. So just we have to understood that. So in between the xylem and phloem vessels, you have the alternate cell arrangement of the parenchyma and sclerenchyma cells, where you can see the sclerenchyma cells in the form of pericycle and parenchyma cells arranged in between the xylem and phloem, in between the two sets of vascular bundles. So as I said, the medullary ray has polygonal shape of parenchyma cells and it is present between the vascular bundles. So this is the ground plan of the internal structure of dicot stem. So here first layer is the epidermal hair, the next one is the epidermis, then you have hypodermis, and next one is the cortex area. So cortex only is divided into three, that is hypodermis is the first layer, and next one is the middle cortex, then the inner cortex. Next we have the endodermis, which is the first circle. Then inner to that lies the pericycle made up of sclerenchyma cells, and you have vascular bundle arranged in the form of ring. You can see it is in a circle. So right, so it is arranged in the ring form. Next in between you have enormous number of parenchymatous cells. They constitute the pith. So this is the ground plan and this is the enlarged sector of a single vascular bundle along with the other layers. So first is the multicellular epidermal hair, so it is also called as trichome. Next you have the cuticle layer on the top of the epidermal hair as well as the epidermis. So cuticle is present in the case of dicot stem. Even stomata is present. So the next, that green color layer is the epidermis, and below that you have the collenchyma cells. So below to the collenchyma cells, so this collenchyma cells, they are the hypodermis layer. The next to the collenchyma cells, you can see that green color cells. So those are called as chlorenchyma cells. They contain chloroplast and they are important in the function of photosynthesis. So the next is the parenchyma cells. So these all constitute the cortex layer. Next comes the endodermis. So cortex is between the epidermis and the endodermis. So next is in the endodermis, you can see small dots in that orange color layer. So those are because of the starch grains present. The starch grain is enormous here. So this endodermis is also called as starch sheath. So the next layer is made up of sclerenchyma cells. You can see that hexagonal shaped cells. So those are sclerenchyma cells. So in between the two sets of sclerenchyma cells, you can see the parenchyma cells. So sclerenchyma and parenchyma are alternately arranged here in the endodermis layer. Next comes the this is the pericycle layer, that is endodermis. Below to the endodermis you have the sclerenchyma cells. It is the pericycle layer. Next you can see that blue color cells, those are called phloem vessels. So phloem, what is the function of the phloem? It is helpful in transporting the food particles from different parts of the plant tissues. The next is the cambium. So you can see cambium is present between the xylem and the phloem. So cambium, you can see that yellow color cells. So this is of open type of vascular bundle. Then the pink color cells, they are called xylem. So you can see the metaxylem, bigger cells towards the periphery and smaller cells towards the center, that is towards the pith. So this is a endark type of xylem. Next you can see the pith layer. So this is a transverse section of dicot stem. Now we'll have a short recap of the internal structure of dicot stem. So the example for this we have taken as the sunflower one. Then the internal structure of dicot stem can be divided into epidermis, cortex, endodermis and stellae also. So here we have the subdivisions. So I'll tell you. So in the cortex layer you can see it is also divided into hypodermis, middle cortex and also inner cortex. And in the stellae you already know, below to the endodermis, whatever layer you can see, that is called stellae. So the first one is pericycle, then you have vascular bundle, then you have pith. So coming on to the epidermis. So epidermis, talking about the epidermis, it is the outermost layer. It is made up of single layer of parenchyma cells covered by cuticle, and it also protective in function. It protects the inner tissues. Next is the cortex. So you have hypodermis, middle cortex and inner cortex, three parts here. 3 to 4 layers of collenchyma cells are present in the hypodermis, and it is helpful in the mechanical support. Next is the middle cortex. It is made up of chlorenchyma cells. So few layers of chlorenchyma cells are formed with the chloroplast. It is effective in the function of photosynthesis. Then you have the inner cortex layer with a few layers of parenchyma cells, and the important function of this layer is to store food material, and it also helps in the exchange of gases. So the next layer is the endodermis. So in the endodermis, it is the innermost layer of the cortex. So next is, it also contains starch grains. So it is also called a starch sheath. So it also has barrel shaped cells, and it's also a single layer. Then you have the stellae. So you know already, all tissues inner to the endoderm is called stellae. And here the first layer is the pericycle. It is found between the vascular bundle and the endodermis. So it is multi-layered and made up of parenchyma cells and alternate sclerenchyma cells. So adjacent to the parenchyma cells, sclerenchyma cells are also present here in the pericycle layer. Next you have the vascular bundle. So it is conjoined, that is the xylem and the phloem both are in the same radii, arranged, joined together in the same radii. So it is conjoined and it's collateral, where you can see the phloem towards the periphery and xylem vessels towards the center. And it's also endark, where the xylem vessels, in xylem vessels the metaxylem is towards the periphery and protoxylem is towards the center. And it also consists of cambium cells in between the xylem and phloem, so it is open type. And talking about the vascular bundle, it is of ring like arrangement. It can be seen as a ring like arrangement around the pith. So talking about the pith, it has large central parenchyma cells and it has intercellular spaces between them, so it helps in the storage of food material. So that's it, children. Thank you.